Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today we are going to look at one of the biggest, most exciting movie ever made, Spider-Man No Way Home. But we are not just watching it for fun. We are going to use this amazing story to master narrative structure and learn some powerful vocabulary. Let's dive in. So, let's look at how it all begins. Imagine, you're a high school student and suddenly the whole world knows your biggest secrets. That's exactly what happened to Peter Parker, because Mysterio revealed his identity to the public. Peter's normal life completely changed. Reporters followed him everywhere, and even his friends and his family were affected by the controversy. He felt incredible stress because everyone he loved was suffering. Desperate to fix this, Peter goes to Doctor Strange for help. He asks for a magical spell to make the world forget he is Spider-Man. But during the process, Peter gets cold feet. He keeps changing the spell because he still wants MJ and Nat to remember him. That interrupts the magic, the spell becomes unstable. And boom! The multiverse opens. Suddenly, legendary villains from other universes like Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard break into his world. Instead of sending them back to die, Aunt May convinces Peter to help cure them. But it backfires horribly. Green Goblin attacks and suddenly Aunt May dies. Before she pays, she gives Peter that famous lesson about responsibility. Later, two other versions of Spider-Man appear to help him. In the end, Peter realized the only way to save the world is to let Doctor Strange finish the spell. This means everyone, including his best friend, will completely forget who Peter Parker is. He accepts this massive sacrifice and starts a new life completely alone. Before we analyze how this story is structured, let's look at some important words from the plot. Like identity, consequence, sacrifice, responsibility, chaos, multiverse, villain, reveal, dilemma, and memory. You can write it on your book, and now repeat after me. First, identity.
Identity.
Consequences.
Consequences.
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Multiverse.
Multiverse.
Feeling.
Feeling.
Reveal.
Reveal.
Dilemma.
Dilemma.
And memory.
Memory.
Okay, thank you everyone. Now let's move to narrative structure. What is orientation? What is orientation? Orientation is the introduction of the story. Usually tells who the character involved, where the location of the scene, and when the time frame or period. How to find it? Look carefully at the absolutely beginning of the story, the formal introduction of characters, the description and introduction of the settings. Next is complication. What is it? Complication is the mind problem or conflict that arises within the story. This complication disturbs the normal balance, driving the main character to act and causing tension throughout the narrative. How to find it? Search specifically for development of problem, active conflict between characters, situation of danger or chaos, moment where something goes wrong. Next is turning point. What is it? Turning point is the most important moment where the story changes dramatically. It represents the peak of tension, climax, or a vital pivot from which there is no turning back to the previous state. How to find it? Ask this analytical question. First, which moment changed everything? Second, which decision is the most important? Third, after this moment, does the story become different? Last is resolution. What is it? Resolution is the ending or final solution of the problem. This stage details how the key complications are settled, loose ends are tied up, and a new stable state is achieved. How to find it? Observe the following. First, the final ending sequence of the narrative. Second, how the primary conflict is resolved or solved. Third, the final condition and status of the main characters. To make it super easy for you to remember, just ask yourself these 4 questions. For orientation is who, where, and when. For the complication is what problem happened. For the turning point is what changed everything. And the resolution is how it is solved. Simple, right? Now that we have covered all the material on the slides, let's put this knowledge into practice. Alright everyone, please look at the worksheet on your desk. Look at the thin pair share box. It says superhero movie often reflect real life issues. I want you to turn to your partner and discuss one example of this based on what we just learned about Peter lack of privacy. Write your opinion in section A. Next is where do you usually watch movie? For example, like on your phone, on cinema, on streaming platforms. Next is have you watched? Yes or no. Once you finish that, move directly to section B, analytical focus. You see in the table, I want you to write a brief analysis for each stage. Orientation, complication, turning point, and resolution. Using the Spider-Man story we just discussed, I will give you 7 minutes for section A and B. You may begin. Great job! Tracking the narrative structure. Now let's test your deeper understanding. Look at section C while reading and section D pause reading. For section C, please remember the rule written right there. Answer in justified, complete sentence. Don't just write short one-word answer. Explain what problem Peter faced and how the story became complicated. Using full sentence. Next. Then reflect on the ending in section D. Take 5 minutes to complete these 2 sections individually. Excellent focus everyone. To wrap up your lesson today, let's look at the bottom of your worksheet. For section E, writing task, you have the power to choose one opinion. Write your choice in the option choice box. You can write a personal narrative about responsibility, critical movie review of Peter Choice or keep an alternative ending where everyone still remembers him. And finally, for section F, discussion or debate. Look at the statement on the right. Sacrificing personal happiness for the greater good is always the right choice. Think about Peter's ultimate sacrifice. What is worth it? We are going to split the classroom into two sides. Team agree and team disagree. For a quick debate, prepare your argument now. Alright everyone, time is up. Please wrap up your sentence and look back up here. Wow, what's an amazing debate and fantastic writing choice today. Give yourself a big round of applause for your head work. Yay! Today, we didn't just talk about superheroes swinging from webs. We learned that every great story, whether it's a Hollywood blockbuster like Spider-Man or a novel you read in class, relies on a strong narrative structure and orientation to certain scenes, a complication to stir up trouble, a turning point that changed everything, and a resolution to bring it to a close. More importantly, from Peter Parker's journey, we learn the true meaning of vocabulary words like responsibility and sacrifice. We saw how choice always carry consequence. I hope the easy tricks we learned today will help you analyze any text or movie you encounter in the future. Please make sure your name, class, and date are written clearly at the top of your worksheet and pass them forward to the front now. Thank you for being so active, creative, and critical today. Stay safe. Remember that with great power comes great responsibility. And I will see you all in the next class. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.